food, like, you can't eat anymore?
Huh?
Cause like you like got sick from it one time.
Yeah, actually, and you might be upset by this. It's
Mine's like
charcuterie boards.
No, I love charcuterie.
Yeah, I know you do. I knew you'd be upset by this, but
Mine's like a soup.
a soup, like a specific kind of
It's like
soup.
a vegetable abuse soup.
How did it give you?
I think I was just sick, and I just happened
And you
to get
decided
sick
to
that
eat.
night.
Yeah, that happens. Actually, I have multiple things.
Really?
One is charcuterie board.
One
Two
charcuterie
two
board.
is pizza from CC's.
Well,
That's interesting.
this
It's
is a
not.
charcuterie
It's actually-
board, actually. Yeah, there you go. The
Whew.
water.
Whew. Okay. Really planned that whole thing out.
This was a bit that we've been planning.
Oh God. How did you know I had a thing for charcuterie
me.
boards?
He told me, and
No.
oh my god.
Sorry,
why?
didn't mean to throw it back on you.
They stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll finish my story then about charcuterie boards.
Please.
So, very good friends of me, very nice D&D players. I met them trying to play D&D. They prepared a cute little charcuterie board for us, and this happened twice actually. I got sick from eating the charcuterie board 2 times. I didn't learn my lesson
2 times.
2 times.
What?
I went back for more.
Well, okay, what part of the charcuterie board?
I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know what it was. It had like hummus though, so that's like my bad.
This isn't
Did you hear your mom give it away?
I did. I did hear that. I'm like, shut up.
No, I
you
literally,
did?
I like was trying not to be rude.
Yeah.
But I'm sitting there, I'm making this as quickly as I can, and I'm like, and your mom finally turns around because your dad came to throw something away. And then he saw it and he was like, oh, I shouldn't have eaten chips. And then her mom turns around, she's like, oh, you got a charcuterie board? And I'm like, shh. And she's like, I'm like, we're surprising that. She's like, I'm like, he's scared of them. He doesn't eat them anymore.
First thing you say to her is, he's scared of them?
Yeah, and she was like, oh.
I just think it's so great that
Okay.
he brought wine because it's he just
Yeah,
so
wine
well.
and
There's a
cheese.
theme.
No, you guys were planning, but like I was third dimension kind of.
Yeah,
planning.
you were
Yeah.
5 steps
I
ahead.
was
of
very
us.
prepared.
I mean,
crazy.
Actually.
Personally, is it just like a classic red? Like, what is it?
We also
Well,
don't have cups. I
Yeah,
realize.
well, I'm just saying,
we have dog.
we have a dog bowl.
I hate red wine, but you know what I love it with? Ginger ale.
Oh.
If you have heard the Harry Styles song, I believe, what is it?
Sure haven't. You have said Harry Styles,
one
and
is it?
I love watermelon sugar.
I love.
Yeah, that's
what's that
where
movie?
I got the inspiration from. There's
My
like a,
policeman.
There's a song. There's
No.
a song on Harry's house where he's like red wine and a ginger ale,
Yeah,
and I think it's maybe grape.
Grapefruit. Yeah, is that a song? I don't know.
It's
Alright.
grape juice.
Grape juice.
Grape juice blues.
So what does that have to do with?
Well, I
Anyway.
don't like red wine, but he like sings about it in the song, and I was like, I wonder if that's actually good. So I tried it when I was in California, actually, and it was really good.
Oh.
I
Do we
swear to
have?
God.
Is Ginger Ale in the room with us?
It could be in the refrigerator. Are you here,
There's some in
Ginger?
your trash can, but that doesn't really help us. I don't know if there's.
Let me dig
bet
that
it's
out.
empty.
Yeah, you might also want to put
unfortunately,
the
yeah.
cheese up. I didn't want to just start like digging in your kitchen. I like got a fork out and I was like,
Yeah. Here. Did we do an intro or did you just fuck with him?
We just went right into it.
Okay.
I was like, are we even shooting right now?
Yeah,
Yeah, because they didn't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's another
Please don't
one.
destroy the table.
Maybe you put the cork in there. It'll taste good.
no, I just like.
Is that a thing?
It's because the table like
People do
isn't
that?
hard enough.
Find
not
an
a-
empty surface and fucking use the floor.
Yeah,
I'm
honestly.
literally like, there's no other option right now for me. Sorry, I'm sitting on my knees.
Really becoming the Eric Andre show very quickly.
I don't think I'm strong enough.
You're an independent
Sorry, I shouldn't be
woman.
laughing at that. It wasn't a joke. Ah, weak.
Get on my hands and knees
I
for
thought
you,
you'd
bud.
get there eventually. Okay, hold on.
Who's gonna get down there?
No, it's really easier for Matthew too.
Yeah.
Just twist her in there, please.
Okay. So Cameron told me that y'all laced a cracker with
Yeah, with
methamphetamines.
salmonella. Oh.
No, she did say salmonella.
Okay.
Actually. I'm just
Yeah.
messing with you.
What the fuck? Don't. What the fuck? Jesus.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
Dude, do you need a strong masculine man?
Not me.
Matthew.
I
Get over there.
did my part. I'm done.
It's coming.
Why?
It's a floater.
It's a floater.
Okay, hold up. I didn't know the technique. Maybe if I get back in there
Yeah, get back in the
with
ring,
the
champ.
advanced technique, I can do it.
Can I get in there?
No. I ripped the cord.
No.
No.
Oh. Dude, this ginger ale is gonna taste so good.
I'm just gonna push the rest in. Would y'all mind if I did that?
I don't know if that's an option.
I don't know.
I think it is. It's always an option.
Can you not just like twist it in?
Fuck, dude.
I'm attempting. Oh, this is visible. Okay, good.
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 They need to understand.
How is the whole thing in?
Wait, he's got it. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Anyway,
Well,
hi. I'm Kamryn.
I'm Ethan.
Welcome back to Catching Up. So in honor of actually following what we said this podcast was about, we have a guest.
We do. This is my childhood best friend, dinosaur enthusiast, social media savant, really hot Cheetos lover, as you can tell by the attire. This is Matthew.
Thank you guys for having me on.
Of course.
I'm Matthew. I'm all those things.
He's all those things.
and more.
So
and
much more.
And today we're going to
get it.
discover what else is to Matthew.
Yeah.
So in honor of the new year, we decided loosely we're going to make this episode kind of talking about our resolutions, talking about what is in for 2024 and what is out for 2024. And we're also going to be interspersing a cute little card game that we bought today called Hella Awkward. So I'm going to be occasionally asking you guys a question in 4 different categories. We've got sex,
Perfect.
Starting
relationships,
strong.
dating, and real talk.
Yeah.
I am going to provide everyone with a skip card, so if we ask a
Thank
question
goodness.
and you really don't want to answer it, just place your card on the table.
I'm gonna need like 5 more of these skip cards.
We're just
actually.
reuse it.
Except you
Okay.
can't skip every question because then there's absolutely no podcast.
How many can I
Yeah,
skip?
so we're going to test how good of a guest you are. Also, today we are going to be enjoying some
Josh.
in honor of Matthew's brother,
Josh.
Way to dox him like that.
Let's test the Harry Styles
Yeah.
red wine and ginger ale theory.
I thought we were
Cheers.
cheersing, and then Cameron started
Yeah, and then she
mixing
didn't.
it.
Yeah, you gotta mix it.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, Ethan, you monster.
It's yummy.
Oh, that's really good.
It's amazing, right? Harry
They were not lying. Josh is my wine now.
kind of knew what was going on.
Also,
Josh and
ginger
ginger
ale's
ale.
helping a
I'd
little
be
bit.
interested
Yeah.
to try it on its own to see if I like it.
True, but like
but-
not really because I'm not a wine person.
That's so No, you pulled out the wine and I was like, I love it for like this charcuterie and wine moment. I hate it for the fact I don't like
I
it.
love it because it's Josh, and that's about it.
I see where your head was at.
My head
Anyway.
wasn't talking.
I love head. Sorry. I just felt like I hadn't contributed yet.
Yeah, thanks
Funny
for
enough
doing
in
your
this
part,
episode,
actually.
So, one of my personal ins that I thought of on the car ride back from school yesterday was I want to stop relying on the Spotify DJ for listening to music. I also want to stop just listening to like the same playlist over and over again because I'm mind numbing.
That's
so
fair.
what my in for 2024 is creating like at least seasonal playlists, if not monthly playlists.
You don't have like a Christmas playlist even?
Mariah Carey.
I feel like
Yeah,
a lot
it's
of a lot of
just-
people have that.
It's just Mariah Carey and that
okay.
one Justin Bieber song.
Yeah. You said something about the fucking DJ, and I'm like, yeah. And then I
I don't know what you're talking about to be totally frank.
Oh, is it a Spotify DJ?
It's
Oh, I
an
remember.
AI.
He
I
plays.
don't trust it.
He plays Minecraft music for Cameron all the
He does.
time.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I think it was yesterday, I want to say. I was listening to him on the ride to Mooresville, and he was like, here's an artist that you used to listen to a lot, but you don't listen to much anymore. And it was Victoria Justice.
My favorite.
And
Called
Best
out.
Friend's brother started playing.
That's a good song.
And I was like, he gets me. To go along with that question, my first hella awkward.
Get ready for the skip card here.
This is the like mildest one.
Okay, well, we'll see.
He's like, skip.
We're putting our feet in the shallow end. Okay?
Sure, if you say so.
You're like, it's like, what's your favorite color? It's like skip. It's like, what's your favorite sex? What's your favorite sex position? Oh, it's yeah.
Oh, it's actually, if I had to rank them on a scale of 1 to 10, it would actually...
Yeah, like
You can only stream one album for the rest of your life. Which
Ooh.
album are you listening
Ooh.
to?
Great question.
He's like, good question.
Let's go.
Yeah.
No.
That's the zoom in.
Jesus. Wow. Strong start, guys. I'm killing it today.
Oh, you're really on your game.
Oh, yeah.
I'm really mentally prepared to be here right now. Can't you tell? I don't know if I like actually listened to an album really. I mean, Olivia Rodrigo is the most recent like full album.
That's not a.
No, like Guts.
Guts?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, thank you.
That is
You knew the name. That's
Yeah.
That's a
crazy
step.
thing to say. It's like a man in like this like astute like indie sweater.
It's Olivia Rodrigo.
Really?
It'd
Yeah.
probably be Guts by
It's
Olivia
so strange.
Rodrigo.
I mean, just like in terms of full album that I've listened to all the way, I don't like go back to an album though.
I'm a big album person. Before I like started making playlists on Spotify, I would just save albums that I really liked.
Here, a little ASMR.
I liked that. I would
That was
probably,
the laced one, by the way.
I would probably say favorite worst nightmare from Arctic Monkeys. I know neither one of you like.
I mean, I
listened.
know Arctic Monkeys.
Yeah,
Just a
that-
tad.
I love My Propeller.
It's not on that. But like,
Why do you love My Propeller?
It's about his dick.
Oh.
it is.
You know, I kind of actually, like,
My Propeller.
felt that through. I was pretty sure.
Yeah, my propeller won't spin because I can't get
Oh.
it started on my own.
Oh,
He's asking
that's
for
a
it.
really sad
That's so
story.
beautiful.
He swears on like his mother's life or some shit that it is not about that, and I'm like, yes, it is. Alex Turner, you're wrong.
I wasn't, like, a big album fan for most of my life. And then I became a Gorillaz fan. And so I listened and know a lot of the albums, maybe all of them. No, a lot of, I can't say that. But I go back to Plastic Beach very often.
It's a good album.
Demon Days is what everyone, like, defaults to when it comes to Gorillaz.
I love Clint Eastwood.
So you wait a second.
The next question.
Skip.
Okay, so now let's go to the sex category.
0 to 100.
Matthew, since you're the guest, I would like
Oh,
you
no.
to choose a category. You are.
Sorry,
choosing-
wait, run me through them
You're
again.
choosing between real talk, which is going to be the milder, more friendship-based questions, sex. You can guess what that's
I
about.
think the audience would want
Relationships and dating.
Go hand in hand.
Let's do, sorry, what was the name of the first one?
Real talk?
Yeah, let's do
Okay.
real talk.
Okay. Let's see.
I'm just
I
gonna
like-
munch on a little pickle here.
Please do.
Okay,
That's what they're here for. Do it sensually, please.
Into the mic.
For the audience.
Thank you.
Sure.
ASMR.
I just got juice all over it.
Okay. Ask each person in the group, how can I improve my relationship with you?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say with Blake. I'm like,
No.
Also, I have to ask both of you.
Yeah.
You have to have an answer
Yeah,
prepared.
but I'll go first. So, Ethan, how can we improve our relationship? What do you think?
that's so tough. It's so perfect.
We could add sex.
We could. Damn, dude.
I'd happily.
I'm not-
We're on our A game.
I'm not convinced you guys don't already do that though. So
I mean,
You don't know what we do.
yeah.
exactly. That's my point.
We don't have sex. Blake Epstein, if you're
Okay.
watching this, we don't have sex.
We don't have sex.
I love you dearly.
I love you dearly too, and we do have sex. Me and you, Blake.
Yes, they do.
It's
I
hot.
allow it.
It's hot.
Very third wheeled right now. I don't do any of that.
Solid for a while.
Yeah, I know, and I wasn't thinking. Dude, there's no thought in my head right now. I
I
hope
was
you
thinking
fucking.
about the joke, not the
No,
actual like
I'm-
purpose of the conversation.
I'm not thinking of anything. Like, can I tell you? I'm like, we nailed the charcuterie bit, and now I'm happy. And like, that's
Really
it.
fallen
That's the video.
off since then.
No, I don't know, cause our dialogue's good. Like, we're physically like just
Physically
so not sexually, and I don't know. It's genuinely
What
that's
about-
a very difficult question to answer.
I forgot
for
the
you.
question. Oh, just kidding. I remembered. I got it. Don't worry about me.
I don't know. Yeah. Can you think of anything?
I don't know.
She's like, oh yeah, let me pull up the list.
Yeah, literally. She's been writing.
I've
down.
been waiting.
I've been. I'm
Yeah, I've been
glad
thinking about this
question
one
came
all
up.
day. Maybe just like I feel like sometimes when we get annoyed with each other, it's like
right?
it's like a little toxic. What?
Sorry, I didn't know if you already had a mic.
This is our mic.
Yeah.
You're sharing a mic?
Yeah, we told you that at
Oh.
dinner.
We sure
Sorry.
did.
You didn't listen.
He did, and he said, "Oh, thank you."
I mean, I've already asked. I've already forgotten the question twice. So
No one is thinking
really...
on this podcast today.
Guys, I promise.
Oh.
I promise we're here. We just had some chilies beforehand.
Mentally, I'm not.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like prime example, we're coming back from the beach trip, and I attempted to play the 10-minute version of All Too Well by Taylor Swift. And Ethan got so pissed.
Yeah,
He skipped
no, I
the
would
song,
be, actually.
which annoyed me. And then I was
10
sad.
minutes.
And then I think I tried to play like a different Taylor Swift song, and then you were like, no.
I don't want Taylor Swift.
So it wasn't the 10-minute song. It was the fact that it was Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can
but,
disagree
like,
with that, yeah.
There's some good Taylor Swift songs out there. You just need to be more open-minded. Anyway, he then proceeded to disconnect my phone from the Bluetooth, delete my phone from his car, and we sat in silence for like the last hour of the drive. It was so awkward.
Oh my gosh. Really? That over Taylor Swift is
Yeah, like
crazy.
I would-
You didn't
okay.
even put on your own music.
Well, no, okay, so it's the beach trip, and it's like a 2-hour drive, 2 or 3 hour.
yeah.
And I was fucking tired, like we were almost home, and I'm like, I can't deal with Taylor. I cannot deal with Taylor.
I think this was also, we had kind of had like some, not like a bad time on the trip. We were like a little annoyed with like certain things that had happened on the trip. And
Sure.
I think it was also just like we've been away from like our houses and like our normal beds, and like we'd kind of been like,
been there.
because like we're not people who like get annoyed with each other after being around each other for a few days, but it's like, I feel like with everyone you get
I am. I think most people are.
I think with everyone to a certain extent you're gonna be that way when it's been like so many nights and you're together all the time. So I think it was that, and I feel like just in situations such as those, we could be better at communicating because we're both so fucking sassy. And like there was no need for that. Because then
She dragged you into that. We're both
Yeah.
sassy.
She called me needy last night, like.
Okay.
Oh, I think it's meaty.
Well, that too. She called me that.
No, because I was telling you he should listen to more Renee rap because it's cute and he's needy like Renee. So
Dude, I'm so Renee core.
like
That's fair. I do think, in times of drama, then we could, if it's
Yeah.
with each other, then yeah, for sure, talk it out.
I remember like a week later, or I think I went to California right after that, right? And like I get back from the trip and we're like hanging out and I'm in your car for the first time and I'm like, could I like add my phone back to your car? I'm like, there's no need for any of that.
I do remember we got back to your house or whatever. I dropped you off. I like helped you get your stuff inside, and then like it was still like the tension. I'm like, you can add your phone back at some point. Like,
At least you extended the open hand of peace. You know? You can add your phone.
It was the olive.
If you want.
This isn't a forever thing.
Yeah, this isn't a forever
This is
thing.
the end of our friendship.
And then she was like, she's like, I'd hope so if you want directions someplace. I'm like, damn.
Matthew, how can we
Oh my gosh.
better our relationship?
I don't know. I'm kind of blanking on this one.
Dude, we're blanking the day. There's no.
I feel like I'm just gonna be answering the question myself. This is the Kamryn Bullis podcast, guys. How are we doing today?
For real.
I would say maybe a way we could better our friendship, I guess.
Our love life.
Our
was the other
relationship
was
was
the
the
other
love
answer,
life.
was the answer.
Well, the
Yeah.
card says relationship, but like that sounds weird. I hate thinking about you like that.
Why did you say it like that?
Makes
then?
me cringe.
I hate thinking about you like
Sorry,
that.
guys. I just need to take a second.
Dude, we all need to take a second. These
I
lights are
need
gonna
more
die.
Josh.
Yeah, give me some Josh.
Okay, a way I think we could better our friendship, Matthew, is I feel like we just kind of rely on like talking through other people. Like we don't talk unless like we're in a group chat with
You know,
someone
that actually
else.
is true.
Like,
Yeah.
and like I don't think we need to be having like full on conversations necessarily because like when we do hang
Know
out,
your
it's usually in a
boundaries is what
group
you're
setting.
saying.
But like
Yeah.
if it's like if I see something that specifically like applies to you on the internet, I could send it to you directly.
You have been welcome to do so.
I know I could, but I just haven't thought of it.
But it's 2024 and you're bringing in new things, so like,
it is,
you can resolve to do that.
Man, today I'm bringing in a singular DM between us. That's it.
Yeah, opening the bridge for future conversation.
Yes, I had you blocked before.
Thank goodness. Yeah, I mean, I guess I would say the same thing, probably, because I can't say that for Ethan.
Yeah.
But definitely, yeah, like
you guys talk a lot?
Yeah. You wouldn't know.
Occasionally. Well, we don't. There's not as much talking as there is.
Yeah, is it nudes?
There's mouth activity.
There's a lot of nudes. Yeah.
But yeah, like I will see things that like pertain only to you because of Sheldon, and then I'm like,
I feel like
I'll send it to the group.
That's kind of how a lot of people like send things to me. Like Cole does that.
Yeah.
Colton does that. You do that.
I do.
Blake does that. Like it. My cat generates a lot of feelings, and
That's fair.
I like it.
They know
He's very
what your,
popular.
they know what your cat looks like, right?
I showed him the first episode.
Good.
Put up another
I
picture.
don't know the
Yeah.
lore. Yeah.
Put up a collage.
Right.
I got you.
Put up your Discord profile picture.
Yeah.
A flaming, biblically accurate Sheldon.
I saved it to
Thank
my
goodness.
laptop, and it's just under the title God.
Please.
That's the face of God, dude.
There he is. It's him. What about you, Ethan?
That's for us. Yeah.
I forgot. I'm supposed to be like asking you this, right?
I don't know. I don't know how this works.
We're just talking now.
Yeah. So I don't know. For us, we're both very social mirrors, I think. Or
Yes, I said this a while back that we
Yeah.
both have very similar humor styles. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's about it. But like that's all we do is make a lot of jokes.
yeah, we make jokes.
Genuinely. So it's like most of what we say reflects.
Right. Cause like, I guess I just like a little vampire. I feed off people's like vibe.
Social parasite.
I'm literally yeah. I'm
worst.
actually a sociopath. Yeah. No, I don't know. I just kind of like vibe off of people's energy, and like it's chill. You just also you and I are both when it kind of comes down to it are kind of both low energy, low key. So it's just like it's
No, you're absolutely right. That's nail on the head right there.
Yeah.
So what are you suggesting here?
I don't really know what we can suggest. Like it's just we're both.
I feel like engaging in like settings like this, where it's
Yeah.
like, a little bit more out of your comfort zone, and also like some of the questions like I did as I was going through just the whole deck, I was like, yeah, I kind of would like to know that about Matthew, because I feel like a lot of
You were
our-
looking at the sex pile and you were like,
Yes, I was
Yeah.
like, I need to know his
No,
favorite
what's he up
position.
to?
She almost put the entire sex pile in there. I'm like, we can't know everything. We gotta keep some shit.
Yeah.
You're gonna get the same answer for everyone if I'm being genuine, but 90% chance I'm not. So we'll see.
But yeah, and I was like, because I feel like when we do interact, it's usually in like a group setting, and it's usually like we play
Yeah.
D&D a lot together, so it's like
Yeah.
there's not really a lot of time to like get to know you, because it's like I'm pee-pee
True.
rat in the sessions.
Yeah, no, I'm God. You can't really
Exactly.
Right.
You're
You can't really
God
talk to me.
himself.
I tell you what to do. So
I am like we mentioned on the last like D&D call of like doing a D&D podcast, and I like Matthew does social media shit, and I think collabing with him on shit or like getting his advice on things would be dope.
100%. I was like fighting the urge last night to make a character and ask you questions about the world you don't know anything about, and the fact that you're like kind of on the fence about it. I'm like, I'm not gonna be that guy, but I totally could be that guy. I'm obsessive like that. I will do it. I will do it.
No, I was thinking I was like,
But you got this, for first time,
thanks.
You'll be fine.
Thanks, Shotty.
got this.
No, because I was thinking actually like in bed, I'm like, really come up with my own universe. where they playing at?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have guns in your universe?
No, it's still medieval. Sorry to disappoint. I don't know. You want
Probably not
guns.
gonna be a part of this anymore.
Oh,
I was gonna play a cowboy.
you could be a cowboy with a sword.
It's not the same. It's not the same.
Oh, okay.
It's not the same.
Sorry. Yeah, that was silly of me.
It was. Do better. You can still change it. You still have time.
Yeah.
Sorry, this is going on too long.
No, you're fine.
I can cut whatever the fuck I want.
I love it.
I could put
You
a man
thought-
farting if I wanted to.
Oh shit, farting on my roommate's door. Ha.
Put him in.
Put a man farting.
Show me this
Put that
guy.
in.
Show me this guy's balls.
Okay, let's try something for the dating category. So this one's really simple. What would you guys say your type is? Just like very generally.
Short, blonde, short, really short.
I want to be able to like pick them up.
Yeah,
wanna
scoop
feel-
them
I wanna
up
feel
like a little
dominant. I wanna
baby,
be
really.
the
I love
alpha
how
in the
you could have like
relationship.
chosen anything. But like, I want someone who's really funny.
Short
like,
came to
Oh.
mind.
someone
Short
like
was ready.
really
Funny.
down,
Sorry.
someone down to
Yeah,
earth.
funny and down to earth. Those
And
two.
you're-
Those two. Yeah.
Like blonde baddie.
Short.
Really vain people on this
Short.
podcast.
Literally any short person. I don't care who they are.
Could be anyone. Yeah.
I'm like, I forget that we're sharing, and so I'm like holding it. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
She's talking.
I don't care. I'm
Y'all
loud.
need like
It's
a
fine.
mic that just like you know what I'm talking about, the table
Yeah.
set mic.
I'm not setting all that up.
We'll
Yeah,
have another
it's just like,
receiver
yeah.
soon, and
Okay.
like, cause he has another mic, he just can't hook it up to the camera.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Matthew, what's your type?
I don't know, man. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
Genuinely like good
Animals.
soul, stuff like that. Dinosaurs.
Animals.
Yeah, kind of a scaly enjoyer myself, personally. But low key
I know
though.
a guy.
I might know a guy. Is a crazy response to that.
I know a gal actually.
Shit.
I won't out her on this.
Okay. Yeah, later. Tell me later. Okay.
I don't think you're interested, but
What did he say? I don't
a
catch it.
scaly.
Oh, he did say scaly? Okay. Dinosaurs. Sick.
I know what
Makes
that
sense.
is.
Me and Ash. What did he
what-
say?
What did he say? I couldn't hear him. Yeah, I was
Yeah,
talking.
scaly.
Just laughing my little
I
mouth.
was just yapping.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of the,
He's right there, isn't he? I forgot.
Oh, Jesus, in the room.
what is the actress's name? Keira Knightley is my type. Keira Knightley. Put up a
I'll put
picture
up a
of
picture.
Keira
I gotta pull a
Knightley.
picture of her.
Yeah, I was about to grab my phone.
Is my exact
It's
type.
recording.
So like,
Kira Knight.
what do
He
you?
was the ugliest motherfucker.
No, but like Natalie Portman's body double for Star Wars, which is crazy because she's like a big actress. So like bell curve Keira Knightley, she's in the middle. If you fall and you vary to the left or right, like you're chill. You just gotta be on the curve, you know.
She's, I mean,
Are you saying you like curves?
no, that's not what he said.
I mean, well, let him cook.
But let him go. Yeah.
Let him cook a little, yeah.
Okay.
She's
Sick.
got very bony jaws. I mean, they're very bony jaws.
Bony
You like a
jaws.
strong.
I like a strong chin. I will say it.
Okay.
I like a strong chin.
Well, as a wedded woman,
Wedded.
my type is my boyfriend, but
Grunny
I
Jewish
mean-
boys.
I mean more
Yeah,
generally.
my type is your
Yeah.
boyfriend too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Taller.
Y'all both went for height first.
Well, okay,
Sorry.
What the heck?
done.
Is everyone like this?
Taller, twinkish looking brunette boys with strong jawlines.
Blake, I'm sorry she did that to you. She just called you
Matthew
twinkish.
on the market. You guys
No.
are gonna DM later?
No, because the thing is, I'm like thinking of how
Not
to describe.
anymore.
I'm thinking of how to describe my type, and I'm like, it's gonna sound like I'm describing Matthew.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I'm gonna change my whole appearance
Yeah, I
nowadays.
also like. I really like creative people, and people who are like not. They don't take themselves too seriously.
True.
like an
I forgot to
artsy
mention
boy.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
Silly.
There's also,
silly,
like-
silly type.
I feel like having a person who like prioritizes like making their partner feel good, like in like all respects, but just like making sure like comfort and like all that things.
I just
are
want to
there.
be treated how I would want to be treated.
Yeah, I just like sometimes a lot of people like they only think about their perspective in things, and I appreciate when someone's able to like go the extra mile to make sure like the other person is okay.
Yeah.
That means a lot.
I like when they aren't a piece of shit.
Real.
Yeah.
You're fucking spitting. A perfect one for our little ins and outs theme.
Yeah.
What is one thing you want to accomplish before the year ends?
I have mentioned this so many times to you today. This.
Yeah, I wish you'd stop blabbing.
Anyway, this channel or another channel. I don't know if I make one. Doesn't involve you, but I don't know. Growing this channel, working on social media stuff would be sick. Having more than 6 subscribers would be dope. I think it's 8 right now. To be fair,
It's on you.
it's on you.
If you're here right now watching this for some reason and you're not subscribed, just do it.
It's free.
It's that easy.
It's free and we love you.
We love you.
And people who click the subscribe button are cooler and get bitches.
And you have childbearing hips, and we love you. And
The fact that I told you earlier about people saying that I have childbearing hips and you brought that up.
Who? When did this
My
happen?
boyfriend.
Oh, okay,
Like,
good.
like,
Okay, good.
Well, like, he's
I was
not
really
the only
hoping
person,
so.
but like he's the one who kind of started it, and like I've heard it a lot since
He's not the only
then.
person. Who is telling you you have
A lot of
childbirthing
people.
hips? No one's ever told me that.
I know.
Well,
I'm kind
I
of jealous.
hope not.
I hope so.
It's just because I have
That's
like
such a
more of
good
an
compliment.
hourglass figure, and like the whole conversation we were having, it was in the car, I think, on the way to dinner. I was like, I hate that people like perceive me sometimes. I'm like, I hate that people can like see my body and like
That's
make
a real good oven right there.
judgments.
Really built
Yeah.
for it.
And like just the fact like I have like wider hips and like a slimmer waist or whatever, like. Don't talk about my childbearing hips.
I was talking about the audience's childbearing hips. Okay.
I'm
Damn.
unsubscribing for that one.
Whoa. Okay.
Don't push that.
Shit.
Don't push that.
What were we talking about?
Well, you were saying your goal is to grow a channel of some sort.
Yeah.
Harbor a little YouTube baby
That's right.
with your child.
With my internet childbearing hips.
Yes.
Really? Yeah. What about you guys?
I'd like to bench 225. Yeah, I'm very basic like that. I have gym goals.
Well.
I mean, I think it's basic in a sense, but I feel like it's nice to have like a very concrete goal like that.
Yeah, I think, numbers, having a set thing you want, you just
Yeah.
push towards it. Like, obviously, grow your channel is great, but
It's like
have a number. Like, grow to 7 at least. You should set your goal for 7, and you will get there.
It's at 8 right now. It's at 8?
we're gonna lose.
Let's get to 10, baby.
Don't push it. Don't.
We're gonna lose
Don't
a
push
subscriber.
We're at 7 now.
You're gonna be like, okay, bet. He's never
No,
making it.
yeah,
He's
seven
7
now.
subscribers.
Matthew's gonna leave this room
Yeah,
and
and-
be like, I can't stand them. Unsubscribe. He's never gonna DM me. It's just how it's gonna
It's not happening.
So 7's a good goal.
Yeah. Let's stay at 8, guys. Let's fucking stay there.
But no, I get what you mean. Like just having like a more concrete goal, because like it's so easy to be like, I did it. Like I did it.
Yeah.
Like I did the thing, and like mine is more like I kind of want to get to a stable point where I just like know more of like the trajectory of what's gonna happen to me.
Yeah, same.
Like I'm kind of in a space right now. I'm graduating undergrad. And I applied to grad schools, but I haven't heard from anyone, and it's like very iffy for me, like even getting an interview. So I would love to say I'm going to be in school in the fall, but I have no clue. And then if I'm not in school, then like where am I living? What am I doing? I know that Blake's going to move here, but like now I got to think not only like where do I want to live, like where does he want to live? And I don't know, I just like to leave this year feeling a little bit better about like what are the next few years of my life, like where am I going to be, like what's going to be accomplished, because I know my end goals. I know like sometime in the next 10 years like I'm going to get licensed and like I'm going to go to grad school, but I want to know a little bit more about like where am I going to actually be, when is that getting done?
Yeah, that's fair. Me too. I'm just really, as long as I don't end the year living in a fucking cardboard box, we're winning.
Amen to that. Yeah.
We're winning.
I'm gonna ask the sex one.
Oh.
Okay? It's not.
Please, it's probably gonna be easier than the other ones that have been asked.
I don't have to think as hard.
Yeah.
Oh, boobs.
Real.
What do you think about your partner discussing your sex life with their friends?
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Hypothetically speaking.
Literally. Yeah.
I mean, since I'm doing this, I should be okay with it because that's what I'm doing currently. I'm discussing my sex life with my friends.
Yeah.
I
So
was like, what are you
That's
So-
true.
Yeah.
I would be okay with that, yes, because I'm
To what,
awesome
like,
like that.
extent?
To their friends
What is
or
it?
my friends?
It's okay.
Like to their
It
friends.
can be good.
Oh, I don't care. I think either way, I don't care.
I think unless I end up having like a very unfortunate kink, then yeah, we're good.
yeah.
Not yet.
Yeah.
These things take time to develop.
It's an ever-changing story.
It is. Yeah.
He's.
It's a never-ending story.
We were at Adam and Eve earlier.
We were.
We don't.
I was not there.
No, but there's a foot fleshlight. So, 1 in 7 people have a foot fetish. If it's you, let us know in the comments.
7. Yeah, it could be one. It is one of you.
It has to
It has to be
It is
one of
one of you.
Statistically, one of you is a little freak.
Yeah.
And I will send you the foot pussy link.
Yeah.
I'm subscribed.
Oh.
Just gonna throw that out.
We don't.
Whoa.
Oh. Okay.
I'm subscribed too.
Dude, me too.
It's not one of us.
It's dwindling. I feel like I'm also okay with it. Like, I mean, what don't you know?
I'm
at
like
this
such
point-
an open book with everything. So.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, sometimes, like, we'll be talking and, like, there's, like, little questions and I'm like, let's not. Like, let's not talk about that one position we did that one time, and, like, that one thing I said. Like, we don't need to get into the nitty-gritty of it.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. Fully and completely.
Yeah, I don't care.
I would do the same. I'm not ashamed. Just, be a freak like that.
Real.
See, that was easier than the other questions. It actually was. I'm gonna take some cheese.
Do whatever.
It's against my
like,
better
literally, it's
judgment.
there, bro.
Well, you knew I wouldn't want any. That's why you brought it.
Well,
That was
yeah,
the
but,
bit.
like, I've been
But
snacking.
I'm also,
and
staring at it. I've been staring at it.
Okay, so I'm like, I feel like I'm not talking as much as much as the other one that we did, the other podcast we did, and it's because like I'm holding the mic, I'm like confused, my brain's crazy right now, and,
Yeah, you're
and then there's
doing a
snackies,
lot.
and I'm eating, and I'm,
You're overstimulated.
it's a lot happening.
ADD brain
Do you-
can't take
It
it.
really is.
Do you dip cheese in wine? Is that the thing?
I think you're just supposed to kind of like
Eat the cheese and then sip
take
the
a little
wine.
Sniff it? Take a sip?
Sniff it.
sniff it. Yeah.
Huff
Don't
it.
you do that with wine? Don't you?
Yeah.
You can. You can do whatever
Oh,
you
yeah.
want.
Can I have a sip of yours?
Go for it.
Wait, I mean, I could just pour myself.
Yeah, I was
one.
about to say. There's
I just don't want to
literally
look like an
entire bottle.
alcoholic.
Taste
Okay.
Josh in the flesh.
Whoopsie.
Just a little
It's
sip.
okay. This was $13, Josh. It's fine.
We got a $4.99 bottle of wine from Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
The other day, it was actually so
Beast
good.
mode.
It was.
Was it Love?
Love Olivia.
I love Olivia.
Love Olivia. Yeah.
Peach.
I'm spraying the cheese on my tongue.
Okay.
You didn't have to know. You just looked at me. So.
This man is a culinary genius. The next
I'm
Ratatouille.
just waiting for the
I
answer.
don't know what I'm doing.
I don't know.
What's happening? Did we answer? Or did we ask a question?
No, I'm just.
Oh.
I was waiting on this.
I'm balancing the cheese and the wine.
Is the wine?
Yeah, there's no difference.
Was the wine good on its own?
It's Josh. It's gonna be Josh.
Dude, he's.
Answer that your own
He
way.
knows.
Be joshing me right now. Do you guys ever feel like sex is a burden?
Yeah, my hand gets really tight.
Yeah,
sometimes.
literally.
It
I
cramps
have
up
carpal
bad.
tunnel now, so.
The more that I like do this, I'm like, God, they're chronically single, aren't they? Okay, let's do a spicy one. In the sense of, I want to know, what about me annoys you the most?
You asked me this on the last one, I think. It was one of the questions.
Yeah, Matthew.
What about you? Dang. Oh my gosh. That's rough. I'm
God,
thinking.
there's so many things.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to narrow it down.
Which one to
Yeah,
say?
I guess. Okay, no, that's a good, because like we were saying earlier, like how we can improve our relationship more. I do like, or I have previously felt like only comfortable talking to you when like there's other people, because I feel like it's just awkward between us sometimes for whatever reason.
Yeah, even like at the restaurant earlier when
Yeah.
like Ethan went to the bathroom, I was like,
But we were also side by side. So that's a little
Yeah,
strange.
Sitting
when,
right
like,
next to each
you
other.
know, so I'm like,
Yeah.
because I didn't want to like turn and like look at you, because I'm like, that's so
And
strange.
it's okay. Like it's not just a you thing. Like
Thank you.
one on one, I'm just hard to work with because I'm a quiet person.
Yeah, but I was like, I can't not talk.
True.
So like I just
well, I
like,
felt the same way. So.
yeah, so that's when I started telling him about Colt, and just
Yeah.
like, I was like, here's what we did the night before, and
And I'm like, wow, joke. Like that's how it went. It was
sitting
joking
there,
and
like,
nothing.
I'm like, God, don't.
No, to be fair, because I went to the bathroom and I thought, I'm like, they're sitting next to each other. What are we going to talk about?
Why were you thinking that? You're like,
just-
staring at your.
Yeah, with my dick in
I
hand.
wonder what they're talking
what
about
those are-
right now.
It's like,
I was
What
actually,
they're
I was like that
saying.
old man at the urinal. I was jerking it too. So
I hope you said it verbally in the bathroom.
yeah,
What are you talking about?
Right now.
I bet they're kissing without me.
Yeah, for sure.
No, we actually ordered, or no, when you went to the bathroom is when we ordered drinks, so that was
Yeah, true.
But yeah, you know, I feel like I'm over that hump as of now. We've talked about it.
But next
Yeah.
week he's
Which
going
one?
right back to it.
Yeah, I'm regressing after
We
this. For
joined the
real.
D&D call before anyone else, just like,
That's why I joined
Crickets.
last.
He
yeah, I
mutes.
wanna-
He mutes. He's like,
I'm prepping.
like
Mute.
I'm getting into God mode. Sorry, can't talk to
I
you.
have to write some lore.
I have to write the entire campaign.
So
of
I
these
forgot to do
ideas.
the last recap.
Yeah, exactly. But we're over it. It's cool. We're chilling.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Do you have anything that annoys you about each other? I feel like we did talk about this in the last
We
episode.
did. Yeah, what is annoying about me, man?
No, you go first. Because I went.
Like-
I went. First
Yeah,
last time.
yes.
Yeah.
Actually, I've been waiting
Get him.
so
Get
fucking
him.
long to talk about it.
That's fair. That's a lot of time.
Is there anything that annoys me? Not really.
Oh, that's sweet of you, babe. Be honest now.
Ew, you fucking spit on it.
I wanted to be like Matthew for real.
I swear, if you guys give me
Third
food
time's the
poisoning because of this-
charm,
I didn't
dude.
do anything to it.
I know that's the problem.
But it's Target's
It's
fault.
normal charcuterie.
Yeah, it's Target's fault. You get sick. I really don't.
Thank you. What should I do? What could I do better then?
I think talk more. Like,
Open that little mouth.
open that
already
pretty
working
little.
on it,
Just
yeah.
say whatever comes to your mind. I'll figure it out.
Nothing. It's nothing. That's
Well,
why.
yeah, most of the time, same. But you know,
You're still saying.
I will say, like, for me at least, it seemed like since I met you, probably like your freshman year of college, I have
Context,
noticed
that's like 4-ish years, 3.
yeah,
Okay.
and like you're a lot better at just like going with the flow and like holding your own in a
Yeah.
conversation now, because I remember like we'd hang out and then like you get mentioned later and Ethan be like, yeah, Matthew, and I'd be like, oh, he just doesn't talk enough. I'm like, I don't know.
Closed book. Yeah.
yeah.
So,
Well, just know that there's nothing going on, so like that's
yeah,
why.
but like
I
at
don't-
least like your vocal cords are compensating a little bit these days.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, like you're thinking of something.
You're a
today.
chatterbox, dude.
Okay, I'll shut up.
Absolutely yapping.
Really convenient time to shut up. I know.
What about me? You have anything? What was that, man?
God, this is why
He's
I
like,
made you
yeah.
start.
He's
Because,
like, yeah.
again,
This
I
weasel.
wasn't.
He's like, yes, actually. When we lived together. Yeah.
Yeah, no, for real. The fact that that happened and like, you were a good room. Well, not roommate. We didn't share a room, but like you were a good housemate.
Yeah.
What did you do there that annoyed me? When I met your theater friends, that was my first time getting to know like who you actually were. Like I knew you were a theater kid. I knew you had like other things going on, but like we talked very occasionally, and you acted very different.
Yeah.
And I feel like you still tend to do that when you're around different people as you kind of shift.
I'm a social mirror.
Chameleon.
Yeah, chameleon.
I've called you that, and I didn't mean it like in a bad way. I mean in a true way. So you just like kind of adapt, and I do the same thing.
Yeah.
But I feel like I would have liked to gotten to know the theater kid you sooner. But I feel like I do now, and I feel like you're improving. So
Yeah, you have a really big tendency to like, when you meet a new friend, you give your all to them, and like, I never really mind it because I get it. Like, you know, you meet a new person, you want to learn everything about them, but you do really like showcase that like chameleon effect.
For me, I mean, it's like not conscious, I guess. It's just like, yeah, I meet a new person. I'm like, even I've noticed like certain demographics of people, if like I'm in a group, I'll stay back and I will watch sort of how they interact, so then I know how to interact, which is sociopathic. Again, but like,
that's a nightcrawler behavior,
like,
man. Honestly,
but
social manipulation.
you know, I think it's just part of like kind of I have like a people pleaser kind of personality. And so I have kind of this fear of like not being liked or whatever and such.
Yeah,
No.
that's
You
valid.
know?
I feel that.
Yeah, because at the same time that you kind of watched him go through that like transition of really getting into theater and making all those new friends and stuff like that, I was doing the same thing with my own friend group, where mine was more fueled from the fact that like, yes, I was more entrenched in theater, but also that's when I got with Blake. That's when I moved in with my dad for the first time. Like there was a lot of like life changes going on, and for the first, I'd say like 2 years of that, I was very like focused on like keeping a balance between like who I was with my old friend group and like who I was with these new people.
Yeah.
And I think it was probably when I got to college, honestly, that I was like, who cares? So like I still like I meet up with some of my friends from that old group, and like I've stopped putting on that like old like high school persona that I put on myself, and it feels so much nicer because you realize who you are, but also you realize who your real friends are.
Yeah.
Because you shouldn't have to like play a part to hang out with someone, and a lot of people show their true colors really quickly if they don't like how you're acting when you're your true self.
I think that's like what like people like that are afraid of, though, is people showing
Yeah.
their true colors and abandoning them.
Yeah.
Like abandonment.
I got abandonment
is a huge
issues.
thing. No, honestly, I feel like a
Yeah.
lot of people do.
I think, like, because I do as well, but I think I've also gotten a lot more confident in the fact that, like, I do know who I am. I know, like, what I believe in. I know what my turnoffs are when it comes to people. And I don't need those people in my life if they're not going to accept me for who I am. And because at the end of the day, like, there is going to be something that ends that relationship if it's meant to end in that way, if there really is truly like a difference in opinion there. So why put it off?
Yeah.
If you know it's going to happen eventually, if you know like you can't live the rest of your life playing a part for someone, and you shouldn't feel like you need to do that with someone. So as much as I'm like, I don't, there's like a question in here, like, do you believe in ghosting? Like, I don't believe in...
Excuse me.
I thought you were going to say ghosts, and I was like...
Do you believe in ghosts?
Very prepared to talk about
Yeah,
that.
actually, that could be a topic.
Now, what about ghosting?
But
But like, I don't believe in ghosting in the sense that like, I think you should communicate with people before you cut them off.
Yeah.
However, I do believe in cutting people off. Like,
yeah, it's hard for me. Like, we've had drama, and it's hard for me to just like block those people. Like, and it's hard for me to just block people. I have to wait for them to block me.
that's like my biggest advice to like anyone who's like, I just like can't stand this about this person or like blah blah blah, but I don't want to end it. And I'm like, but like,
You only have the one chance. Like,
exactly.
you're gonna,
Like,
it's
you
one
have
life.
this one life, you have this one like identity, and like if you know something about yourself, if you're sure of something about yourself, and you come into contact with someone who isn't gonna allow you to be that, let them go.
It's gonna be
like,
a rough choice, but
there's
you gotta.
almost 8 billion people in the world. You're gonna find someone different who's gonna fulfill your needs.
There's a lot
do
of
it.
animals too.
There is a lot of animals. and
I'll just put it out there. You
oh
know?
my god. What are your needs? I've realized that we've talked for a while now. And we have not, neither of you have given an in or an out.
Oh my god.
That's
You're
because
so
I
right.
haven't been thinking of them.
Me either.
And I don't know.
You don't have to do it right now, because I have another question I can ask, but I challenge you
Ins.
think of one.
No, I got one. I got an in. I picked up a book last year. I sure picked up a book. And I read a lot. I read a lot of it. I didn't finish it. This year, I do want to start reading. I think I graduate. I don't know what my job will be when I am but hopefully I got some time and I can read. That makes, scholar. I think that's in. I think reading's in.
Yeah. I think also, from every time, because as someone who does read quite a bit, you very much you let one off thing in your settings stop you from reading. And my challenge to you is just to set even if it's right before you go to bed, just I'm gonna read 10 pages. And eventually, if it's a good book, you're gonna get to a space where you're like, oh, I gotta keep reading this night or whatever it is. But you gotta have some consistency to it, or it's so easy to put down a book one day and then not get in the headspace of ooh, I have this specific mood that I'm in and I'm gonna go read, and then it's 2 months later and you're like, fuck, I haven't picked up that book again.
That's true. The book that I read, I was enjoying it, and then it's been a while and I'm I don't know what happened. I forgot what happened.
I have such a toxic relationship with books, and I totally forgot this happened, but I read The Hunger Games in 3 days. All the books.
All of them?
Damn.
All of them. I was up sun up, sun down reading the first, second, and third ones, and I stopped reading. I haven't read a book since.
Well,
Straight up.
Also very easy to, when you find a book that you enjoy that much, and then
They're like, nothing will be the same.
You're like, nothing is going to be the same, especially
again.
then if you pick up a book and it doesn't immediately hit.
No, yeah,
and you're like,
stop, and you're like, you give up.
You're like, there's no point. I'll never get that high again.
Exactly. And I live next to a Barnes and Nobles, for context, and I haven't hit that Hunger Games high since.
The most reading I've done in a day is I watched every episode of Squid Game.
Thank you.
That's so real. Yeah, I would say that's definitely an in for me too. I want to kind of take my own advice of what I just gave you and like be a little bit more consistent about like, I think I get it in my head that if I can't read like 50 pages then I shouldn't read at all. And I need to just be like, even if I don't finish a chapter, I'm one of those people, I hate not finishing a chapter.
True. Yeah.
And I just need to like, just like, oh, I've got like 10 minutes before I need to go catch the bus. Just read a few pages. Like, and eventually, like, we'll get to a space where it doesn't feel so hard. Because I love reading. And, like, it's truly, like, it's, like, escapism for me. It's very calming. And, like, I read a lot academically. And so,
yeah,
like...
that's another problem.
Yeah,
like,
making
like
that separation is so hard. But, like, it's so important to me. Because I do really like it. It is, like, a hobby I've committed myself to. But... damn, it is hard to like get in a space where you're like actually a reader and not just like I read the Hunger Games once.
Yeah, I can't even call myself a reader.
You reminded me of another in earlier, which was just sort of the advice you gave, but for a broader, bigger context. That being not just about like reading, like letting one little thing stop reading, but like one little thing stopping me from so much.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like literally,
absolutely.
I mean, like, you know, like I think ADHD kind of like fucks with me sometimes, but like last night I like couldn't find the original card game that we were gonna play, and I couldn't get the mics to work, and I'm like, I was losing it. I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I'm so tired. I don't want to do this anymore. Yeah.
Stop it too.
You told me earlier, you were like, I don't know if I can do this. Like, I'm like just not in the headspace. And like, I just looked at you, I was like,
it's just
at the end of the day, like you could look at this footage and be like, this is the shit.
Right.
He's going to.
This is the
It's
scum.
gonna happen again.
This is the scum on the bottom of my shoe. Which I'm sure for most of the content that we've made, you have that thought, at least for a brief second.
Yeah.
But then, like, at the end of the day, if nothing else, like, I've had a good time. Like, we've had a good little conversation. We've had some rough patches here.
Sure have.
But,
continue to do
you know, we're sitting here still, and we're having a good time.
Yeah.
And if you're not having a good time,
leave.
blink twice.
Just go. Well, I think that's another thing. I think this is all building towards discipline. I think discipline is in.
Yeah.
It can be for anything. I've run a social media for 2 or 3 years now, and there was a point where I stopped for like 6 months. I stopped because I didn't enjoy it anymore.
Yeah.
I wasn't passionate, but like in my heart, I knew that this is something I loved for a long time.
Yeah.
And so I decided to get back into it recently because other people love it. I love it. I want it to be a discipline. I want it to be something I do. And it's another teacher of discipline because it's a facet of life. You're gonna have to do things.
Yeah.
Why not teach yourself to do things consistently?
Yeah.
I like just for like school and stuff, like not just the podcasts and stuff, but like just videos that I made for class. I got tired of it. Like probably beginning of this year, I'm like whatever. And then when I went to class the other day, and I had people that were actually like, oh yeah, like I'm excited to work with you. Like I liked your stuff in the past. I'm like, that was so like
it's motivation.
It gave me such a high. I'm like, fuck yeah.
But you also have to learn like to not let that take over you.
Oh yeah, I know.
It took over me big time.
Yeah.
That's
I got burnt out fast.
Really big struggle of mine recently is I'm taking a theater class for the first time since high school. It's been a good 3 years, and like this is like as someone who was like the president of their like advanced theater class, like I was very
Just drop the resume then.
yeah. And I did this musical and I did this play and I wrote this one out.
And I also wrote that one.
You did write that one out. I actually wrote 2 1X. Not to flex.
Well, she is dropping the resume.
Anyway, sorry. But anyway, as someone who's very entrenched in theater throughout like middle and high school, I took a really long break because I left high school hating theater because I let the competitiveness and the comparison and all of that really get to me. I had a theater teacher who like I would do anything and everything to make her happy, and I never got rewarded for my work. And it sucked. And, like, it made me be like, oh my god, why did I do that? Why didn't I just, like, take an art class and, like, go about my day? Like, why did I, like, commit so much of my time and energy into that? And then I'm basically starting again with, like, a Theater 1 class right now. And I'm, like, just trying to remind myself, like, you like acting because you like again, like, it's the escapism, like, books for me. And I'm, like, you love that feeling, like, but at the same time, like, I love being
seen.
Yeah.
I love, like,
Admired.
getting complimented.
Yes.
And, like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
just in, like, the few classes I've had with my professor, he's complimented me, like, one-on-one a few times. And I'm, like, really trying not to let it get to me. Because, like, I just want to be like, yeah, I was better than those people.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't want that to be what this is about. I think just, like, a big in for me is doing things for myself. And I think I want there to be a lot of discipline in that for me, because I think it just gets you there a little bit quicker. But I want it to be discipline all in good fun. Like, one of my big things, I really want to get back into, like, exercise again. And, like, I don't want it to be anything crazy. Because I am someone who, like, has a really bad history of disordered eating and has a lot of trouble with, like, if I'm not working out 7 days a week, like 2 hours a day, then, like, it's not enough.
Yeah.
100%.
And I just want to get back into a space where it's like, I go walk on a treadmill once a week, and, like, yeah, you did that.
That's,
like, that's
more than a lot of
like,
people.
Exactly. Like,
that
that's
is
a cool thing you
good thing.
did.
It's progress.
And it's not like I only walked on the treadmill once this week. Like,
Yeah.
just celebrating
Yeah.
every little win, and also just kind of, like, every single week is going to be a different week, but every single week we got to try.
Yep. And that's discipline in general. That applies to, more than just the gym. You could say that for anything at all. Just making a little bit of progress is good. Is
Yeah,
enough.
because it's, like, it grows, and like, my biggest thing is, like, at the end of the year, I just want to feel a little bit more confident. I'm not gonna have all the answers at
You
the
just
end of
want to
this
look back
year.
and say you were different.
Yeah, exactly. I want to see progress within myself. It doesn't have to necessarily be like, I lost this many pounds, like, I gained this many subscribers, like, whatever it is. Just, like,
Well, I mean,
but we would
it
like
is
to
better.
gain subscribers.
Yeah.
Please.
Please. I'm begging.
I'm literally on my knees. I'm not on my knees.
I'll be on my knees if you need me to.
could be.
If that's something you
Hypothetically.
need, I will do it. But just looking back and just, like, seeing a noticeable difference, and just knowing that, like, no matter what, I did try.
Yeah. That's fair.
Do we have any outs or, like, anything that's, like, I know we've kind of, like, been talking about them interchangeably, but, like,
Yeah.
I think it's
anything
gonna be tough.
specifically that you're like, I need to get rid of this habit, or, like, whatever it is.
I want to find an out, and this is so tough. I'm putting so much on myself. I want to find an out that's not, like, necessarily a bad thing. Because I feel like it's very easy to say the out is just the opposite of discipline or whatever we've been talking about.
Yeah.
I want to find an out that's not necessarily bad for me. I just don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So I'm going to think about it.
I feel like this is so basic, but it really had, like, using my phone, I need to stop doing it so much. I'm simply, like, someone who likes to do something with my hands.
Yeah.
So the only time, if you need me to watch a movie and not pick up my phone, you have to take me to a movie theater. Because I won't even be doing anything. I'll be fully paying attention to the movie, but I have my phone in my hand. The first thing I do every morning is go on my phone. And I feel like it just puts you in such a bad headspace. But at the same time, it is so hard for me because I'm in a long distance relationship. And my entire, like, relationship is on my phone for, like, big portions of the year. So, like, I've been working with Blake with it, like, a lot, just being like, when we're calling, it needs to be a little bit more intentional. Because, like, we have a horrible habit of, like, he'll be looking at memes, I'll be on TikTok. And I've, like, really just been trying to call him out. Like, he's just sitting there laughing at a meme and be like, okay, I'm gonna go read a book. I love you so much, but, like, I need to step away and, like, go do something more intentional with my time. And I think just finding that balance is, like, a really big thing for me this year, because I hate seeing my screen time. It really upsets me.
I can't see that update every Sunday. I'm like, this is just
Do
getting
they-
more depressing.
Do you get screen time on Androids?
Probably. I'll check. I don't know.
Well,
They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're not gonna show you.
unless you turn it off, for most Apple users, you get a notification every Sunday.
They don't notify
and
you.
it just tells you your, like, in comparison to last week, it'll be like, your screen time is up 32% from last week. And, like, seeing your screen time go up, you're like,
Yeah. And then I'll see it go down for a week. I'm like, let's go. Then it goes one more week. I'm like, oh, I regressed hard.
For my addiction psychology of addiction class last spring, we had to implement, like, different therapy techniques to, like, get rid of a bad habit. And mine was phone usage. And I saw so much progress during that time. And, like, I'm trying to just... Obviously, we had to do a lot of, like, reflection and, like, writing down scheduling and, like, all that kind of stuff because it was a class. But I'm trying to, like, pull in some of those things that I remember helped. And I think, like, from what I've said, a lot of it is that, like, exercise was a huge thing that I added in that helped me reduce my screen time. Reading, like, making sure that, like, if Blake and I are calling, we have, like, a plan for the call, whether that be, like, we were watching something or, like, we're about to go to bed and we're saying goodnight, like, whatever it is.
Yeah. I had an out.
I did too. And then I
it's
lost
gone,
it.
yeah.
You're my out.
Oh. Shit.
Get out.
This is our last conversation, so make it count.
He's been bullshitting this entire time. It's like, how could we improve our relationship?
I hate you. Please leave.
He's just been
He's like, I give up.
He's been
I throw in the
reciting
towel.
in his head his little monologue. He came up with, like, Ethan, I love you, but we cannot be friends.
Yeah.
I
Day
must get you out of my life for this, and this reason.
Oh, it's not just 3. There's way more.
Okay.
Don't worry.
I was being nice.
Oh, I remember my out. I'm not an alcoholic, for the record. Even though we've drinking every fucking episode now, whatever.
Cut to when we promised we wouldn't drink in the next episode.
Literally. And I promise we're not alcoholics.
Well, I promise. It's just, it looks like we're alcoholics, but we're not.
No, just because we have 2 videos and they both involve drinking doesn't mean we're alcoholics.
Yeah, I know we're like 2 for 2 right now, but
The third one.
the third one will
so
be
good.
celibate as fuck.
But drinking, even when I'm not drunk, like last night, drank and I got home. And, like, yeah, I was in, a bad headspace because it was just, like, finding out I made a bad grade and all this stressful stuff. And it just made it, like, so much worse. I just had to, like, lay on the floor. and then, there are the times when you drink too much and you're, like, hungover and it's just awful and it's, like, not worth it. And I think I don't want to drink as much this year.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't...
Because the problem with it is it's, like, such a social tool, especially, like, college and, like, going to these fucking, like... parties or whatever, but I don't know.
Yeah, true. I'm not like an alcohol enjoyer, but like it's definitely a social tool. I think the one time I really got messed up, it was because I was trying to keep up with everybody else. I didn't want to drink that much, but I did because it would look weird if I didn't.
Yeah.
As someone who... I really only drink when I'm here. I don't really drink at college that much just because I... don't have friends, honestly. But and the friends that I do hang out with, like, really don't drink, and we just don't hang out in those settings.
Yeah.
So I don't really see it as a problem for myself that much. However, I do want to, like, keep true to myself and only drink in situations when I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of that just stems from, like, I had some really bad situations happen where, like, I was not in a comfortable space. And there were consequences because of that. Mm-hmm. And I just want to be... I think just in general, like, moving on from, like, drinking, I think just, like, putting myself in social spaces that I feel comfortable in this year.
Yeah.
And being more confident in letting it be known if I'm not comfortable.
Yeah. I think, too, I mean, like, because I know what you're referring to. And, like... the people in that situation, like, aren't really in our lives anymore. And then, like, I think, like, yeah, I don't have friends. Like, I don't have friends.
Yeah.
So it's, like, hard now to, like, be in a situation that's uncomfortable for me. Because, like, I'm with the homies normally. So it's just like, hey, guys, I don't want to do that.
And I think a lot of it was 2023 was a year that, like, most of us turned 21.
Yeah.
So it was very, like, easy to be like, this is a new thing that we can legally go do together. So, like, if we're hanging out, like, why don't we go get a beer? Like, that kind
I
of
love
thing.
how you said most of us. Neither of us turned 21 in 2023. Wait, did you?
We did.
Yeah,
No,
you're
I turned 22 in November, so technically yes.
Yeah, you're just a little bit
You're
older.
old.
But
Sorry,
still,
I'm
we're
just
in
young.
the...
I turned 22 in March. Yeah.
We are in the era of our lives where, like,
Rip.
this is, like, we're becoming legal or whatever. And it's easy to, like, fall into that, like, social, like, this is the thing we can do now, we might as well take advantage of it. But, like, you don't
Yeah.
have to. Like,
Right.
there's...
Yeah.
It's,
Well, and there
like
should be
this-
no shame in that either. I feel like there's a lot of shame
Yeah.
in saying
Yeah.
you don't have to. You
Well, it's
don't
like a
have to do
certain
it.
charm of like going to the ABC store and like, what do they have? And it's like I went with my brother because he was buying shit, and I'm like, I don't need to buy it. And I still like a bottle of vodka. I'm like, I'll drink this maybe
Yeah.
on like a Discord call, but like,
No, like if I see
I just
Josh
have
on the
it.
shelf, I'm like, I just want to have Josh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I feel
right.
like
Josh
this
is
a
blowing
very
up right
different
now.
Thing. Like, we had maybe, like,
a glass,
maybe
if that.
I've
maybe
never
4
bought-
ounces of
Yeah.
Alcohol from like anywhere before. This is my first time buying like it was from a Target. I've never bought alcohol
Yeah,
from
and
a
it's
Target
like-
before.
This is a very different thing.
Yeah.
But just in general, like, even like the podcast and like us making videos, like our first 2 videos, we did drink pretty heavily in them, and
Yeah.
like I don't want that to be like what makes me funny.
It defines
Because it's not what
who I
makes me
am.
funny. Like, I'm good at talking and, like, having conversations and, like, engaging with people, like, outside of drinking. And it's okay to not use that,
yeah,
like, that
as a
shoulder.
crutch.
A little funny in for me. I want to start dressing better again.
Yeah.
And, like, I feel like I got into a space where I was like, I hate my body, therefore I hate what goes on my body, and that's okay. So I'm like trying to dress a little better. I don't know if today's good.
It's beautiful. It's so good.
Who's wrong?
Sorry.
It's no flaming hot Cheetos.
I know.
hoodie.
I feel the
mean-
same way. I thought I should dress up. So.
Honestly,
Brought the Sunday funniest
yeah.
for this one.
Like, I could have done anything and everything, and nothing would have topped that.
No.
That was the goal.
Good.
That's why I did it.
I'm glad. I'm glad you did.
I think I remembered my out. I think because I've graduated college, I'm kind of into life now. I think I've fallen into a routine of get up, go to work, be exhausted, come home, do nothing. Mm-hmm. And that's been my life for months now. I'm tired of doing that. I'm tired of expecting the same thing day in, day out because it's demoralizing. And it's not like it's not like I don't like coming home and relaxing because I am exhausted, but like I want to force myself to do more things.
Yeah.
Because like I don't want to be stuck like this the rest of my life. And there's things to do out there, even just on my own, that I want to do. I don't want to be expecting the same thing every day.
Yeah. I
I
think
don't
it's
wanna
also
like
easy,
that.
like, I know you kind of recently came out of a relationship, and it's easy to be like, oh, I want to wait until I'm, like, more stable, or, like, maybe when I'm with someone, or, like, things like that. And I think we need to realize that, like, we're only this young once.
Yeah.
And, like, especially for you guys, like, you're not attached to anyone. Like, you can go anywhere, you can do anything. Like,
Yeah.
you can get off work and you could, like, drive to Tennessee if you really
true.
wanted to.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
there's
that's
nothing stopping you.
Well, the gas money, but that's about it.
You know what? It could be worse.
But it's yeah, that's true.
Sure
We're
could.
under $3 right now most places.
That's true. Yeah.
Let's stay that way.
I guess yeah. Like you kind of I forget that like yeah I have free will. I could do
Yeah,
whatever I want.
literally, yeah. I'm gonna rob a store today.
Well,
I'm gonna commit
not that one,
crime
but-
today.
Yeah.
And you don't always. I think I don't know what to do sometimes if I'm not staying in my home. I'm like, yeah, I could go out, but like, what will I really enjoy doing? I don't know that much that's out there.
You can go to the Barnes and Noble by yourself.
Literally, I've been thinking
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I told people at work that, after work I go to Barnes and Noble. I sit and I educate
That's
myself.
so
Yeah.
sweet. That's so cute.
So I lied.
Yeah. And
I
I
lied
feel
about
like,
that.
It's a very big trend when talking about like New Year's resolutions to like be like, I want to implement this routine.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it is just as impactful to try to implement more spontaneity in your life.
Yeah.
And like I give yourself pockets of life where you can do whatever you want. Like, and I think a lot of people kind of forget that.
Yeah.
And I'm this is my last semester of undergrad. I'm luckily only having classes on like Tuesdays and Thursdays. So I'm like, I got 5 days of the week that like I need to be out and like doing things.
You know what kind of sucks is like I obviously been in school for 4 years and like I've enjoyed some of the classes. This is the first semester where I'm enjoying every single class I think that I'm in, and I'm finally having a good time. And it just took 4 years.
It sucks though, because you're like, I'm paying to like have a shitty time.
Yeah.
It's about to be over like
Right.
real fast. So
Literally.
Yeah.
Because I also didn't like make friends really until like the beginning of this, or like I guess really the end of last semester, or last year. But yeah, like I was just fucking chilling. Like I didn't really hang out with anybody other than like this and
Well, even that was like the same people every single day. It felt routine at that point.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. I've seen the whole reason I wanted to do the in and out thing was because I have seen it on social media a lot, and I think a lot of them have been very like enlightening and healthy, but a lot of people have also like used it as an opportunity to like just beat themselves up.
Well, yeah, exactly. A lot of
And-
people fail those things that they commit to.
I think like the biggest thing is just like identifying for yourself what are the things that like are doable and what are the things that I just don't want to do anymore that I don't have to do.
Yeah.
And like I think just identifying pockets of your life that like you can make like those simple little changes in it. You don't have to have these huge goals. You don't have to have these like huge like milestones that you hit. Just I think what I was saying earlier about like just looking back on who you were at the beginning of the year, at the end, and just being like, I see a noticeable change in myself.
Yeah.
And I got a little closer to like who I want to be.
And for me, I think is you're talking about like changing these pockets or if you're not happy with whatever, then like don't do it or whatever. And like I think that's easy in terms of like for me for like situations or like whatever. It becomes a problem when that thing that I don't like is a person or whatever, and then get it like you're removing that person.
Yeah.
And I want to be a lot better of identifying it and getting rid of it so that I'm happier sooner.
Even if it's not getting rid of it, just like addressing it. I think it's very
True.
easy to set it to the side and say it'll figure itself out. But like in a lot of situations, like a simple conversation can do a lot. It might help you realize that you don't need them.
Yeah.
And it might help you
Yeah,
get
like
closer to
don't
get
go
rid of them.
nuclear every single time.
But it also just
Unless
might be
you're
like
into
a misunderstanding, and like a simple conversation could really relieve that. And
Yeah.
I think that's a big one for
Yeah.
us right now.
This is literally happening at the moment. Like
Yeah.
I was paper thin with you guys before this. Let me just
Right.
say, I was at my last nerve.
Like
He's
this,
like, you want to go to
When I
Chile?
saw the charcuterie report, I was like,
a
all right,
fourth of this
we are done.
was like
He was done.
Yeah.
we were ooh. Do we have any final like I'm gonna manifest this for myself this year? Or do we believe in manifesting?
Oh, what a great question. I think it's stupid.
Okay, here's a question for Matthew because he mentioned earlier. Ghosts, Matthew?
Ghosts. I do believe in ghosts.
No way.
Yeah.
Because I choose to. Because life is more fun if we have
I
ghosts,
also believe in ghosts. I agree. I think,
I think the supernatural in general is fun to believe in.
yeah, I think like religion, like Christianity, you believe in like spirits and angels and stuff.
Yeah.
Then why wouldn't there be ghosts? You
Yeah,
know?
there already are. In the
Right.
review,
So
Yeah.
certainly some are bumping about.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think also just from what, like, I've taken a lot of astronomy type stuff recently, and just, like, understanding how big the universe is.
Yeah.
And just
I'm a
being,
Scorpio.
like, and just being like,
Yeah, dude, I'm a Pisces.
oh my god, no way.
Hey,
Hey, shit.
I don't know what that means. Are we compatible?
I don't know.
I don't know.
We could be.
I'm a Leo, though.
Okay.
What does that mean?
You can just keep going.
Okay. Anyway, just
fine.
understanding like the universe is like fucking huge.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
we literally have no way of like putting our heads around how big it is. So it's like anything we can imagine, maybe it's not exact,
The
but
ghosts
it's
are on
probably
Mars,
out there.
I think. Like to close your mind to it completely and just be like, oh yeah, not real. It like implies you have a greater understanding when I just don't think you do. I don't think most people do.
No,
in-
yeah,
in-
I agree.
In honesty.
But yeah. I think that was a good episode. It was so philosophical.
It was a lot of realness.
Yeah.
A lot of realness.
And I don't know. That's what I want the podcast to be. I want like it to be silly and fun and like a cute little time, but I also like I want to use it to get to know these people better.
Yeah.
These little dumplings.
These little
that
hooligans.
we put
And now
on.
everyone else knows me better.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Go like check out Matthew. Please
Yeah.
plug yourself.
Oh yeah, okay. So dinotography, please throw that up.
I got you.
Yes.
Sure, that's what I was talking about being passionate about.
Yeah.
And then obviously Niner Diners. I do work on there too.
Hell yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's gonna be a
Go.
lot more corporate, a lot more school based, but I'm still there. Occasionally.
Yeah, if you're a Niner out there, I'm sure a lot of you are. Go.
Everyone
a lot
out
of
there
you.
is a
Oh,
Niner.
maybe one.
You better be telling your classmates to check out the pod, okay?
Yeah.
True, true.
There better be
yeah.
a Niner on here is all I gotta say. You
Right.
better go check out Matthew Ward. God
Of
damn
course.
it.
Thank you. I appreciate
right.
that.
Well, our next podcast episode, if we're still doing it,
We are.
Okay.
I just decided.
great, is gonna be Valentine's Day themed.
So we're gonna play a little like Love Doctor episode
Yeah.
because I think that's cutie.
So if you have questions,
yeah, if you need advice,
put them in the comments.
you could ask
I got some.
about what it's like to be
I got
a
some.
single little Pringle like Ethan.
That's right.
You could talk about what it's like to be an oldie little like girly who's been in a relationship for 5 fucking years. And we might have some special guests.
Oh.
And yeah, I said guests.
Two.
If they agree. We'll see.
They're so busy. They're so busy all the time.
They're busy.
Scheduling.
They're busy
Making
doing
out.
their own love
Yeah,
doctor thing.
literally.
Yeah, they don't need you guys.
Anyway,
100%
yeah,
not.
if you have questions, please go put them in the comments. Also, while you're down there, maybe hit the little subscribe button because we're small little channel and we're so dainty and we need your support
We
and
do.
love. And also hit the like button because your mom's a hoe if you don't.
That's so real. She said it. She took the words right out of my mouth. It's free. There's no reason not to. If you don't like us later, if you don't like us now,
You can
don't
unlike
tell me
it.
that.
Yeah.
And
You can unlike
Voice
it.
your
You
opinion.
can leave
Don't
a
do
hate
that.
comment because all attention is good attention.
Real.
all right, bye, baby.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Matthew.
Thank you, Matthew.